I'm Isabel, and you're listening to the Knife Party podcast. I hope you enjoy it, because I don't.
Groovy.
Hello, she may be Catherine Izzy, but she might be as groovy as Thin Lizzy, and you are listening to the Night Party Podcast, brought to you by you, our Patreons at only $5. You could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids to feed, and you could listen to not only this show, but Knife Party After Dark, and also Midnight Ramen, Slimework Radio X, where I troll people online and go to their spaces. It's kind of a difficult listen, but sometimes we need that in life, don't we? Anyway, I am joined with my great friend. I never met him, but he's a great friend. And he was a Usher, and who doesn't love that? Kevin
Agreed.
Smith, the Kevin Smith is in our podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You demanded it. You got it.
That's right. Not exactly, but that's right.
No,
How
Kevin.
is it going?
Kevin, people love you on the show.
Well, I appreciate that, dude. I love working with you, man. Fucking, we always have a great time.
I mean, whether it be John Carpenter's Vampires or whether it be Predator, I mean, people of the show love Predator, but you always bring some kind of weird funny, and you always have weird stories that go along with it.
I am blessed with horrible situations.
But anyway, so Kevin Smith normally doing, Stargate reviews, normally on Suns and Shadows reviews, all good things. But now, hey, I reached out to Kevin and I said, dude, you're on a short list. I need a new co-host. And so this is the trial run. Hopefully this works out well, and you might be a part of the team. I mean, at least I'm hoping that.
I do too. Like I love podcasting. I love networking, and like it truly is my favorite thing. And talking about movies and nerdy stuff and current events, that's just my jam.
And I know that this is one of your favorite movies. I think it was in our one of the ones I did with you and Jeff on Suns and Shadows. You said UHF might be your favorite movie, and I said, well, we haven't done this movie yet. What great way to introduce you than one of your favorite movies.
Yeah, like this is up there. Like sitting on my desk. I wish we were on camera. I should send you should have sent you the picture before.
It's okay. It's all right.
I have my very first CD, which is UHF. It was the first CD that I ever bought.
The soundtrack. Oh, so
yes.
Good.
And I knew who Weird Al was. And so I got excited because there was a new Weird Al CD.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never bought a CD before. I bought two at the same time. I bought UHF and I bought Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, the soundtrack. Okay.
Yes. And they're both banging CDs.
Oh, yeah. The first one. Yeah, most definitely. Yes.
But Weird Al, this album, UHF really kind of snagged me. Like the inside cover showed you pictures that made no sense whatsoever. And when you watch the movie eventually, yes, you know who they are. It's stills from the telethon that they have.
Yeah, we're totally going to go into the soundtrack because I have a lot of opinions. I grew up on Weird Al's music as well, and I was a huge fan. And you said it was like the first CD you bought, one of two, rather. We're going to go into that in just a second. But anyway, let me just say this real quick. If you're a fan of the show, remember, we read all comments at knifepartypod@yahoo.com. And if you like Kevin Smith, I know you're going to love Kevin Smith, but if you like him, send some good comments in. Kevin Smith, did you know that the Night Party is actually have enough juice, power, pull, that we actually are now verified on Rotten Tomatoes?
Get out.
I swear to you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So I'm looking at a 64% versus a 77 popcorn meter on Rotten Tomatoes. And I'm thinking that this is too low.
Agreed. We could lowbrow that to a much higher percentage.
So I'm going to give this. I want to give it a 90, but I can't. And here's why. And it's not because it's a comedy. It's because they could have made this a harder R. And here's what I mean. The Weird movie came out. The Weird Al movie came out a couple of years ago, and it almost is better than this movie, but not. But kind of it is. As a comedy and as a very much, what would you call this? This is almost like a sketch comedy movie. Yes. You know what I mean?
This is a series of moments that they strung into one long movie.
And it's great.
It works out really well. It's almost like watching one of his albums. Like there's different scene segments that you'd see, just like there's different songs.
Yeah.
But the different scene segments are like different movies, like Rambo or
we're gonna get on all this. I just talked to one of my great friends from Buffalo, New York, and he was telling me about the whole Rambo scene. And we're gonna get into all this. But okay, Kevin, I don't know if you realize this, but I listen to a lot of podcasts. Clearly I do. And I ripped off a lot of kind of things that you guys do, and meaning in the podcast world, and one of them is actually from your partner Jeff. Do you still work with him a lot, by the way?
Oh yeah, every day.
So I'm gonna go, hey Kevin, what did you first see this?
Oh golly, I saw this in the movie theater.
Were you working at it, or were you just there?
No, I want to say my dad took me to see it. I was probably 8 or 9 years old when this came out.
So let me guess your age right now. You're about, what, 45, 46?
Yeah, just turned 46.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so you're just a tiny bit older than me, but for those of you guys, if you're listening to the show for the first time or you don't know, Kevin and I have worked together for about, 2 years? About that? On and off?
About that, yeah.
And you got a couple of years on me, but we still grew up on what we call the blockbuster generation. But you were an actual usher at a movie theater, so you had direct contact.
I had some shit.
Yeah. Wow, hold on.
Sorry, excuse me.
Hold on, wait a minute. All right, so we broke the rule. It's okay. I'm not mad at you, but we're not supposed to curse within the first 12 minutes. Because of a YouTube law, but that doesn't matter. I'm not mad at you, dude. You do you be you. But I have to ring the bell. Hold on. All right, it's okay. I think the S word is probably. It's not like it's anyway. All right, go on.
Yeah, we still can't. But yeah, there were some things that I saw in the movie theater that were phenomenal, and then there was a bunch of good movies during the '90s too.
Okay, so when did you I want my audience to actually absorb you. When did you actually become an usher, and how did you figure out about these cool cult movies and these comedies and these dark movies that my audience is so many? Because I will tell you this, my audience, unlike yours, you guys got a way vaster audience, but my audience is very niche. And they are very, very locked in. You know what I mean? So we want them to get to know you.
I appreciate that, man. And vice versa. If they want to tell me about them or want to ask questions, whatever, go for it.
I'm pretty sure Jeff hates me though. I don't. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we're going to talk about it after dark. I mean, I like the guy, but sometimes they'll say a lot of funny things. He's like, moving on, and it's like, wait a minute, that was funny. You're not going to laugh at that joke.
He doesn't always get it, and sometimes he's. Jeff's hard to explain. When he's on a mission to report something a certain way, golly, he gets on it, and he does it well. Really well. You know what?
There's no harm, there's no foul, and there's no hate. There really isn't. I love that guy. That guy's he is funny in a very dry way, but I think that sometimes the way you and I go back and forth versus the way he and I go back and forth, it's like talking to a lawyer.
And see, Jeff is like my big brother.
I totally get it.
And I am very much like his little brother, and that's where I have a little bit of extra tolerance from him than he may grant most other people.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you guys want a creepy uncle or a nephew rather on your show, because I am a couple years younger than you guys, but I mean, I do know my stuff, and I'm pretty sure I proved that. I remember on one show, I did this whole intro, and one of your guests was like, I can't even do anything compared to what he just did.
You have the gift of gab. You truly, truly do.
Oh, man. Don't flatter me. You're blowing smoke at my ass. You're going to ruin my autopsy. But I do love Kevin Smith on the show. So, Kevin, you started out as not only are you a podcaster, we're going to throw out your plugs right now. Where do we find you on YouTube?
So I'm at the Sons and Shadows. You can just type in Sons and Shadows or Sons and Shadows Cast. That is the name of our channel. We have a few different shows. We've got on Tuesday nights, we've got Nostalgia TV. No, I'm sorry, 0 Point Reviews, where we talk about
so funny.
Yeah, various different movies. We talk about the good parts of the movies, the bad part of the movie, and then we judge it.
And also, if you want to hear the comedic genius, look up the episode Chopping Mall. Oh my God. I woke up my wife at 4 a.m. laughing. I woke up laughing. You know, like when you listen to a podcast and you're going to sleep, I was laughing my ass off during Chopping Mall, and my wife like nudged me, get out of the bed. You guys were so funny on that one.
I was having the best time of my life because I love Jim Warnarski pictures. Jim is like one of my favorite people to follow online.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
He's a blessing, dude. I fucking love him. Like, he makes no pretenses. Like, I make movies with big boobies. Well, I also make movies
there you
that
go.
your kids love.
And the funny thing about it's like, well, there's a crisis, but they have to go to a mattress store to have sex because that's what you do. It's like the way you guys describe the movie, and especially you. I was like, oh my God, you're so my sense of humor. I love it.
Because I mean, really, what do you do? Like, my friend's having sex right over there. Okay, I guess I'll go right over here and have sex myself.
It was kind of like when we were doing Creep Show Part 2 on the raft. It's like, we're going to die. I might as well finger this girl. You know?
Might as well get my finger slimy before it gets slimy.
We are exactly at 12 minutes. Now we can curse. So there we go. All right, cool. So we can find you at Sons and Shadows, 0 Point Reviews. I've been on the show a couple of times. I think I've kind of been am I blacklisted from the show?
No, you were not blacklisted from the show.
I sent Jeff a message once. I was like, hey, man, I get it. I dominate the conversation. And he kind of like, just let me know when you want to be. And that was 6 months ago, and I haven't heard back from him. So I contacted you because we lost another guest. And by the way, when I mean lost another guest or guest host, I have zero idea where Antonius Montana is. This is creepy. He disappeared, like no text, no nothing. And my wife is like, should I call his work? And I go, no, that's we shouldn't do that. But my wife is like, I really miss him. And I go, I do too. And she goes, what are you going to do? And I'm like, well, I need to find a new co-host. She goes, don't you care about him? And I go, yeah, of course I do. But the show must go on. And I thought long and hard, and I looked at all the reviews, and it's like, Kevin Smith. I'm like, fuck, I need to make him an offer, I think. So, Kevin, officially on this episode, I'm going to make you an offer. This is a very Republic Democratic thing, meaning I chose UHF. If you would like to continue on the show, which I would love you two to do, by the way.
Absolutely.
You actually get the next pick. And even if it's a Star Wars film, which I totally hate, I will have to review it with you.
I just don't have it in me to go to the Star Wars well anytime soon.
Hold on. Here's the thing that we do on our show. We do not review what we're going to do on the normal show. We do it on After Dark, our after show. That's when you actually choose what we have to do. And then on the next show, will get to choose what we're going to do. And you're probably going to like it. But because, man, have I been looking through a lot of old DVDs. Let's get actually on to the meat of the bone here. We are talking UHF. You were telling me that you bought this soundtrack. And did you see the soundtrack before the movie or vice versa?
I want to say I saw the soundtrack before I saw the movie.
Okay.
Yes. So and then when I went to see the movie, I was kind of like, oh, okay, I recognize all of this, and everything clicked with me.
Gotcha.
And that's probably why I just really started clinging towards soundtracks growing up. I mean, granted, when you're a kid, you don't know a whole bunch of music outside of what your parents listen to, and my parents listened to mainly like the Beatles, a lot of classic rock, Beach Boys, which I would die happy if I never listened to again.
I actually like the Beach Boys a little bit, though.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, Kokomo is a good song. Come on, man. Surfer Girl's a good song. But yeah, I get you.
Right. But do you remember K-Fox in Central California?
I do remember we had The Bone, which was exactly the same program.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was just like 1960s, 1970s rock up the yin yang, and you never heard any. I'm with you.
Yeah. So it was a lot like that. But anyway, I totally digressed and lost myself. But this, when the soundtrack came out, I just really dug it. I recognized the music that he was parodying, and the songs that were original.
Were amazing.
I not only did I understand the lyrics, and the lyrics were making me laugh. I was old enough to get it, but the music was so banging. Like I still listen to the UHF soundtrack.
Oh my gosh, the UHF soundtrack. The UHF soundtrack might be Weird Al's one of his greatest CDs. You got "Let Me Be Your Heart." You have the UHF's the song UHF. You have the Dire Straits cover.
Oh my God,
Beverly Hillbillies. But by the way, did you know that Dire Straits actually did the guitar work on that?
Really?
Yeah.
I did not.
They were such big fans. They were like, we will do this for free for you. Okay, a lot of people think that Weird Al's a hack. He's not. The guy's got a vocal range that's insane. Comedic timing, yeah. I mean, if you really want to say anything bad about Weird Al, listen and you go, oh, he's just a parody musician. No, listen to Christmas at Ground Zero. That is an original song. Look at the One More Minute with You. That's an original song. Right? I mean, dude, the guy has got so many great original songs. Smells Like Nirvana should have won a Grammy. It really should have. Smells Like Nirvana. I remember when I was a kid. All right, dig. It's like 1991, right? And my favorite band is Frank Zappa. In fact, I just went on. Me and my wife were trolling a bunch of old school record vintage shops. I just got like one of the best Frank Zappa. I paid $600 for all these remasters. I'm really big on collect. I know you guys are big in collecting. Like sometimes it's figures, sometimes I'm really big in vinyls and games. You know, and I got this great deal on this Frank Zappa thing. It's like probably paid half of what it was worth. It was during an estate sale, and but after Frank Zappa, I got really big into Weird Al Yankovic. I just really got into it because I liked his original tunes, and also I do like the accordion when done right. You know.
My grandfather, Courtney Smith or Henry Smith, he was a very gifted jazz musician, and they bought me my first Weird Al tape, which I think was, oh God, Even Worse. Yes,
Even Worse is a great that's the sequel to the Fat album, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because there was Fat and then Even Worse. Yeah, it's still good. It's still good.
That I want to say it was either that I picked up where they're like, oh, okay, sure, no problem, or Dare to Be Stupid.
Dare to Be Stupid is such a great album, man. That album is flat out, like, that album has got Dare to Be Stupid. It's got One More Minute with You. It is a great album from start to finish, and it doesn't. That's one of those albums where it's not parody. No, it's rip off style, but it's I'm going to take your style and make it something different.
Yes, it was. And they did it really well, especially with like Polkas on 45.
Mm-hmm.
Polkas, yeah. But my grandfather, he went ahead and bought the tape. He hated current music at the time, so he would never buy me music that I liked.
Also, This Is the Life. That song on there. Oh God damn. This Is the Life. That was such a cool. Anyway, sorry. I apologize.
That song is worth talking about and dissecting in general because it's so many different types of music in one song.
Mm-hmm. They even have a hip hop like breakdown in the middle of it. Yes. And also that had Yoda, which was hilarious. And also that's the Kinks. And like, who could rip off the Kinks? You know what I mean? It's that whole album is great. That was Like a Surgeon, I think, was on there.
I think so. Yeah.
Great album. I loved Weird Al Yankovic, though. By the way, Alfred Matthews is his real name.
Really?
Yeah. So I actually did my due diligence on this film. Alfred Matthew, sorry. And in 1985, Airplane came out, and the studio wanted to make a version of a slapstick sketch comedy movie. Mm-hmm. And it was given to the studio, and the studio actually contacted Weird Al because they thought, well, if you're going to do a parody movie, why not go to a parody artist? And they told him, as long as you can make this movie for under $5 million, you could do whatever you want.
Well,
this is going to really trip you out. Okay, so UHF, right? You know, it stands for ultra high fidelity, blah, 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 whatever, right? But in other countries where this movie, Australia and England and etc., they didn't have UHF. So this was actually, this is called Via Vidiot. Because anyway, there you are. So Orion bought this, and they go, hey, this is a great idea, and we like Weird Al. Orion, by the way, who brought you RoboCop, who brought you all your favorite movies, you know, RoboCop, not only that, but we had Return to Mars, a.k.a. Total Recall.
That's right.
Yeah. So they're like, hey, if you keep... Yeah, go ahead.
There's a great riff in MST3K, the movie, where they're showing the beginning credits, and it's all these different constellations. And you hear Crow go, oh, look, Orion's bankrupt.
You got to remember, too, Orion was that one company that did everything right, but they just... It was the Dima D. Malenkos or whatever, and it was Dune, and we talked about it on our show at length. But Orion, I remember when you saw the Orion thing or the Lionsgate thing, you knew you were in for a good movie, and it just sucks because they made bad investments. But
yeah, between them and Canon.
The Canon also, yeah, and they were all bought in a package deal. Now you see Lionsgate, which is the Saw company, you know, with the gears and everything else. But back in the day, These were the companies that were making the good movies, especially during the 80s.
Yeah, they really were. And then, golly, which the ones that did Superman?
Oh, that was the same one that did Gremlins. It was the same company that did Gremlins. We talked about this on the Gremlins too. Yeah, it was. I don't want to. It wasn't Warner Brothers. It was.
No, it wasn't Orion or Canon. It was another company that very, very much went bankrupt because they were kind of kiting their funds back and forth, and like the budget to He-Man went to Superman 4, and the budget to Superman 4 went someplace else. So.
Oh, yeah. I hold on. I got to jump back right there. You just said something very, very personal to my childhood. Masters of the Universe, 1987, is one of the best movies ever with Dolph Lundgren. I love that movie. How do you feel about that movie?
I hated that flick when I was a kid. I hated it.
Now is it? Wow, you hated it. How old were? Okay, 1987. You must have been like what, 11, 12?
No, I was 7.
You were 7. Okay.
I was the most diehard He-Man fan, and that was like the worst summer ever.
Wait a minute. I was 6 years old when that came out. Sorry, when I saw it, I was born in 83, right? March.
All right.
That movie came out, and that was one of my favorite movies. I love seeing He-Man on the floating disc, like decapitating dudes and the reptile guy and dude, Evil Lynn. I had a strange. All right, here goes something really weird. All right, hold on. I hope my wife's not listening. Every time Evil Lynn was on the TV, I would pause it and give her boobies kisses. I swear to you, I was very, very. I don't know.
Meg Ryan. Woofed.
Woof.
Not Meg Ryan. I'm sorry. Meg Foster.
Thank you. But anyway, I love that movie. And I love that when He-Man was getting whipped and then he like, I have the power. And then dude, that's awesome. And then it had the Terminator 2 ending when he falls in the fire and he goes, I will return.
I didn't even see that until I was 30 years old, and I swear to God.
You didn't do that movie might have had the first ever, watch all the credits, like secret credit reveal.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, there's very few that I could think of that you need to old movies where you watch something to the end and there was a special thing like, oh gosh, what was it? Dr. No versus James Bond will return in Thunderball.
Also, too, you do forget about George Clooney's first movie, one of our favorites, which is Return of the Killer Tomatoes. When the grandma goes, my son, and they worked very hard, so you sit there and you watch those credits, and at the end, it's like you see the carrots going, there will be no movie tomorrow. It's good times.
Oh golly, I missed that movie. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Oh my god, I just watched it with my dad 1 week ago, and we fucking love that. I swear to you, man, like people go, I don't like comedy, dark comedies, cult comedy. Show them Return to the Killer Tomatoes. It's one of the best movies of all time. It really is so good. Anyway,
we reviewed.
Yes.
Golly, I can't even think of his name. Toxic Avenger last night, the original Toxic Avenger.
Oh, you guys did Toxie. Okay.
Yes. And I haven't seen that in friggin' 40 years, like not since 87 or 88. And oh God, I laughed so hard. I cried. I was laughing so hard.
But you guys, I'm telling you, if you really want to see trauma films, the worst one is Scream, Baby Scream. If you guys want it, yeah, it is the worst movie ever. I think I did it in season 1. It's where they take acid and like take over a building. It's so bad. And then there's this person that wants to make people into art. Oh God, it's terrible.
I mean, from a bucket of blood sort of perspective, that's kind of cool.
But it's not as good as like, and here's something I want to do with you, because the last co-host I had hated American Mary. American Mary is a great version of this movie. This is clearly a remake. Anyway, all right.
I didn't see it. I've seen like 5 minutes of it at best, so I really can't judge. Like, I know I didn't like American Psycho, so
all right.
that is what it is.
Hold on, we're going far into this. So, what would you give UHF? We got a 64 on the tomato meter and a 77. I'm giving it an 89 because I think it's great for what it is. What would you give this?
This, there's really nothing wrong with UHF. I would only in budget would I'd say, so maybe 9.5. This is a really, really fun movie from start to finish that does have a plot. You know, people could say it's thin, it's short, it doesn't have a whole lot of plot.
No, it does. It does have a plot. It does have a plot. This has a very, very carrying plot. So with your 95 and my 89, I'm giving us a 93.5, and I'm actually going to go on Rotten Tomatoes and say and give this. I'm gonna, from the top of the mountain, I will declare this is a 93.5. What do you say?
I would agree. Like, UHF I watch this every few months. It's not like a movie that I revisit every couple of years. I watch this every few months. If it's on, I will watch it. If I happen to see it come across scrolling on my streaming while I'm watching TV, this is what while I'm eating, I will sit and watch this. Like, this is a comfort movie for me.
So I'm going to blow your mind. Get this. Christopher Lloyd was not supposed to play Philo. You know Philo, the creepy guy who does all the surveillance and everything else?
You know, I know who was supposed to play Philo personally, right?
Christopher Lloyd was supposed to play Stanley Spadowski.
Yep.
That is insane.
Joel Hodgson was supposed to be the one playing Philo.
Thank you. I see. I love it when someone else is on my show and they do their homework. Jerry Seinfeld to play Bob Spector.
Really?
Yeah. This is the funny thing about this movie is like, this movie is almost Seinfeld. You have Fran, who was going to play Elaine originally. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. I love her.
Oh, dude. I just watched the whole series of The Nanny. And
I don't know that I can do that, but I love her in this. Like,
dude, I love Fran Drescher. By the way, I don't know if you guys have done this, but if you ever have, like, once in a while, my wife is like, she's watching The Nanny, and I'm like, hey, do you want to just, like, you know, whatever, little Astroglide, and we're watching The Nanny, and things happen.
On in the background, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Yeah, it's like having a friend there in the room with you.
Exactly. Thank you, but a very Jewish, not nasally friend who Anyway, no, but really, if you think about this almost was the cast of Seinfeld. You have Fran Drescher, right? You have Jerry Seinfeld. You have, honestly, this is crazy. This is like a crazy build to what we got, you know?
Yeah. And then if you didn't know, Joel and Jerry are actually very good friends. So like that is why Joel was in the consideration as well. The thing with Joel is he was busy doing something else.
Yeah, I have that in my notes.
Might have even being set up for MST3K because MST3K started the very same year at KTMA.
I have that actually in my notes right there. He was going to play himself. Yes. Yeah. Also,
And that would have been just the Philo that we got would have been great, but Joel has the best deliveries for deadpan that you could possibly get. Like if you watch season 11 of Mystery Science Theater, he does. There's one episode where there's supposed to be this alien race that likes to party and shit like that, and he's just sitting there holding an orange, and he's not even the one talking, and like he's making faces at the camera while the other guy is talking, and his response faces are just so low key funny that like you're dying laughing, not listening to what the gentleman talking is saying. You're just dying laughing because Joel's making faces at you and you can't look away.
Love it. Fucking, especially during these kind of I love these little facts, man. They this is one of those movies, man, I've watched so many times when I was a kid. I love these little facts. Here's a couple more. The fish on Wheel of Fish were actually real, and they stunk up the place something awful because Cooney, the karate instructor, didn't want to sound racist. He wanted to be himself. You know what I mean?
Right. Uh-huh.
And so that play and it got hot. And so the whole red snapper and everything else, like when he's like screaming and shit, he was getting very that was all real. So that's hilarious, man. Here goes something. Trinidad Silva. Do you know who Trinidad Silva is? I know you do.
He's the gentleman that plays Raul, right?
Yes, he played Raul in Raul's Round King. He died before this actually released. He died in a car accident.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and then if you notice at the end of this movie, the movie's dedicated to him. He was T-boned or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. He didn't even see the ending of the movie. And they had a lot more things filmed, but they thought it would be inappropriate, so they kind of wanted to keep it like fresh and happy and everything else. But he got, and they at the end of the movie, they dedicate the movie to him. Very sad. It sucks, especially because the guy was only like 42 or something at the time.
Jesus.
Yeah. But really sad. But then, God, I love looking at my notes.
Thought you'd be like, and then cut his own balls off. Oh.
No, even better. This original movie with him was 2.5 hours long, and they had to trim it down. And I'm going to tell you right now, this movie runs at what? Like 145 minutes, something like that. And it runs perfect. There was dude, Weird Al had so many gimmicks and little. Here's why I love this movie. This movie to me is like it. I think you're with me on this one. I grew up on Saturday Night Live. This was almost a perfect Saturday Night Live film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, we got Bill and Ted, and we got Coneheads, and we got Wayne's World. What made it great? This movie is like a Saturday Night Live movie that is timeless. You can watch it to this day, and it works. Whether it be Spatula City, whether it be you know what I mean? It's like everything in this movie works.
Well, that's just one of the great things about Al. You know, Weird Al's got his finger on the pulse of what's happening in the community at that particular point in time. And
Totally agree.
He just has a way of pointing out the things that are just relatively hot topic. Like, you can't get around certain things. Like, you're always going to remember certain phrases, certain catchphrases, certain commercials. That's part of the Dare to Be Stupid. Like, so many of the darn songs or lyrics from the songs were just quotes from different commercials.
And you even brought it up.
All the Charmin you can before Mr. Whipple's around.
You even brought it up earlier. I remember when this movie came out, Stallone was going to actually be the Rambo 3 thing. Because remember, they did Gandhi 2 and Rambo 3 and Conan the Librarian. Stallone actually said, I'll do this. Which is awesome, right?
Yeah.
But then it came in that, the $500 million or the $5 million thing, he can't do it, so you got to do it. So then he being Al, gets in actually really good shape and actually tries to pull it off. And it's hilarious. And then later on, Charlie Sheen does it in Hot Shots Part 2.
Yeah, he did.
Which is a great movie, by the way.
I don't. The first two Hot Shot. Well, there's only two Hot Shot movies. The Hot Shot movies were really good.
Yeah, I agree.
For what they were and for the time, they were pretty goddamn funny. Anything else the Zuckers did beyond that is really hit and miss. Really hit and miss.
Well, I did really like the. I think it was the same writers, but I did really like Major League. Same company, right?
No.
Oh, it wasn't?
So. No, Major League was just like a regular Hollywood style type movie.
Get the fuck out. I really thought that they were the same guys. That they did a Necessary Roughness. They did Major, because they all had the same like cover art style kind of thing.
That might be true. But as far as the I just lost my train of thought again. Not the Necessary Roughness.
Okay, well, I'm once in a while I'm wrong. It happens. So check it out. $5 million made this movie, and they walked away with 6.4. And it was definitely also. Did you know this is Al's worst selling album?
Really?
Yeah, he actually didn't get a gold album till the Aluminum Foil. That was the one that actually got him it, and that was in the 2014, 12, something like that.
No, not even Running with Scissors?
No.
Off the Deep End, like that. Gosh.
I'm with you. I'm totally with you. I'm saying he never got his grammatic excess. Hold on real quick, though. I've been doing music since I was 12 years old. I never got anything. So I totally feel his pain. But at the same time, this movie is fucking fantastic. It really is. It really hits all the buttons. I mean, this movie... If you're watching this movie and you don't find Philo hilarious, if you don't find the telethon hilarious, you were even talking about the my friend from Buffalo was talking about the I don't want to say the word I'm gonna say the word dwarf character filming that is so funny. Broads don't belong in broadcasting.
When he said that, it was just like the greatest thing ever, because when a character says something like that in a movie, they're going to get the worst of what's going to happen in the movie.
Yeah.
Because no matter what happens to them, it can't be bad enough. So like
the comeuppance.
Go ahead and say something terrible, because your comeuppance is going to be fantastic.
So what made you love this? Okay, we're talking about this, but I really like to do this, and I kind of borrowed it from Jeff on your guys' show. How do you make this 100%? And what I will say is, like, what are the best scenes? How would you do it differently? Because honestly, for a comedy, it's hard to go, oh, I would change this, that, and the other. I really wouldn't. This movie is almost perfect, but it is what it is. It's a comedy sketch kind of thing. I love the Spatula City, especially like the owner going, I love the company so much I bought the company. Like there's certain hilarity in this movie that you can. There's certain things in this movie that are so, or the supplies, and you have that. So many things in this movie that are so hilarious that just jump out to you, and you go, "Wow, this movie is like is a rock on tour of funny." There is no, and by the way, it doesn't matter how old you are. This movie's funny. It doesn't matter if you're 12. It doesn't matter if you're 6, and it doesn't matter if you're 62. This movie's funny.
I absolutely agree. And my dad doesn't like silly, stupid humor.
And this is silly, stupid humor.
When we saw this movie, he wouldn't admit to that, but motherfucker laughed. I very much remember that. Same thing as when we went to go see not Ash vs. Evil Dead, Army of Darkness. When we went to see Army of Darkness, dude was laughing. When we saw Clerks 2, dude was laughing.
Yeah, those are both good.
Whenever my mom's around, turn this dirty shit off. Like, oh, you sell out.
The great thing about this movie, though, is it brings the funny and it never stops. Like, I could show this to my mother-in-law, who was super religious and could only watch certain movies. Her favorite movies, this, like you said, Army of Darkness, she thought it was funny, and Bill and Ted. Besides that, my whole movie collection. And she did love Big Trouble Little China. Besides that, though, it's like it was really, because does it cross the line? Does it not? The great thing about this movie is it's hilarious. Like, him just dropping a dog in a punch bowl is funny. I'm sorry. It is funny.
It's so random.
It's so, yeah. And his getting, and then
the dog's face trying to
And by the way, my friend had a dog that looked just like that, so it was even more hilarious. You know what I mean? But I cannot go beyond the fact that this movie is nonstop funny. It's really great. We're giving it an 89. Sorry.
93 point something.
93.5. I think it deserves that. I think this movie is, you know what I mean? It's like, you do not need to be a fan of Weird Al, even though you should be.
Right.
To enjoy this movie. This movie is fucking hilarious. And if you like Seinfeld, if you like the Nanny, if you like the characters in this movie, guess where they got their start from? This movie.
Yeah.
And everything is funny.
Kramer comes from.
I don't care if it's Spatula. Dude, I gotta say, Spatula City might be the funniest bit of all time. There's a group, a family, a nuclear family, and they're sitting around and they don't have a spatula, and they just start wiggling their heads and go, we're gonna go to spatula. And the kids are pointing, and then they go in and they get the 10 for 1. That is hilarious. I don't care who you are. That is hilarious. Spatula City might be the funniest gimmick ever. Because
the Spatula City sign is still standing where they built it. The city has it erected there still and keeps it maintained.
I only heard this because I was on your show and you guys talked about that. And I don't know how it came up, but I'm pretty sure it's in our Dracula episode, or Vampires 2020 or whatever, to Vampires 2000 or whatever. I'm pretty sure you brought that up, and we all laughed at that. All right, check it out. We are at 49 minutes. That means we are going to conclude this episode, and we're going to go into After Dark for our Patreon members. Is there anything left to say about this movie? Any plugs you want to throw out or anything else before we go into After Dark?
Oh gosh, this is one of the funniest movies you could watch. It is up there with the likes of Blazing Saddles. It's up there with the likes of Clue. It's up there with Wayne's World. It's a funny goddamn movie.
And it never fails. And it never fails. And it doesn't matter how old you are. This movie is one of those movies. It doesn't matter how old you are. You will get funny out of the, like,
or remember how many times you've seen it.
Remember when he's the bandsaw and then and he's like, it's so funny. It is. You're right. This movie is, it doesn't matter what year you're born and what time you're seeing it. This movie is hilarious. Top to bottom. It is funny. It's got a good, yeah, go ahead.
That you mentioned emo. I'm glad you did. Follow him on Twitter. He is not only one of the funniest people alive, he is also one of the nicest people alive.
Who is this?
Emo Phillips.
Emo Phillips. There you go.
Yeah, the guy says, "Just call me Mr. Butterfingers."
I love that guy. Wait a minute. In my taking notes for this, I heard he died. He's alive?
No. Yes, very much so.
Okay. We need to get that going. Okay. All right.
He tours too. Let me see here. Oops, that's you. You're not on tour right now.
No, I'm not. I'm just doing this. We are in the studio, however. Heaven's Heels are in the studio. So if you're interested in our music, we will be releasing more stuff. And if you're listening to us on YouTube, our old music is there. So do both. Every listen is 0.03 cents to me. So there you go.
Hey, that works out well at the end of Superman 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Emo Phillips is touring right now. I want to say he's going through Texas.
Goddamn, he is a funny motherfucker. So we're going to go ahead and support him. Kevin, we're going to go on to our after-hour show, Knife Party After Dark. I loved having you on. Do you feel like this is something you want to do bi-weekly?
I think we could probably do this. Yeah, man, this is fun. Like, we love the same kind of movies. We speak the same kind of language. I say we keep doing this.
I think that this is going to be a beautiful relationship. Okay, guys, check out Kevin Smith. He is on 0 Point Reviews. He is on Suns and Shadows podcast. And you could find him here on, of course, the Night Party podcast. Is there anything else I left out?
Saturday nights, I'm on Deadwire Live. That's my big one.
Deadwire Live, and that's where you need to go. And this is on YouTube, right?
Yes. Yep.
Go there. Don't be square. There we go. All right, guys. We're going to take a little break. We're going to go right into After Dark. Kevin, thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
It's been amazing.